And we are live. All right, so this is trying something new today, man. I'm actually live streaming through StreamYard and I'm live on my Twitter space right now, man. So we got two things running right now. So we're live on YouTube and we are live in the Twitter space, man. Let me see how you bring the post up. Few captions. Yeah, so that being said, man, got some interesting things I want to talk about today, man. We're going to be discussing some big reasons, reasons on why the market continues to go down and my advice on what to do. And then we're going to talk about some crypto projects who are pushing through the crash, right? Pushing through the storm and continuing to build like a boss. All right. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this. Let me get a little bit of this water first. It is extremely hot out here in California. Just some little advice to stay hydrated, man. Try to get some electrolyte powders that have zero added sugar, so you can make sure you're efficiently staying hydrated. You know, like a real human should. Yeah. So let's dive straight into it, man. So first off, we got the U.S. national debt that surpassed $35 trillion. Now, keep in mind, this was announced a few days ago. This was announced back in July 30th, right? So this is just one of the big things. And I'm going to try to just skim through it all to where you guys can kind of just get exactly what I'm going to instead of being around the bush. So we got this one as one of the big reasons why, right? And then over here, which they announced this 2 days ago, over $2.9 trillion was wiped out from major indices and stocks that morning due to growing fears of a global recession. Right. And then down here, this is the part where it's like, sheesh. Now keep in mind, whenever you're reading about something like this and this actually like pans out to be true, whenever you see somebody say like this is the worst day since 1928 or this hasn't happened since 1950, that right there already is like a red flag. Like once they start comparing our decade to a decade that happened 70 years that's how you know some crazy stuff is happening. But look what it says right here. It says this is the worst day for stocks since March 16th, 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic fears. And look at everything like completely. Some people call this a bloodbath, right? I don't like saying like I don't like calling it a bloodbath because I mean that just sound like I don't know that I sound a little over the top, but it's definitely a red sea, right? It's definitely a red sea. You see very few things that was in green, but majority of the stocks and stuff were down. And again, anyone who's in my Twitter space, I am live streaming on my YouTube. So if you want to see exactly what I'm talking about, feel free to come through. But I'm gonna also try to vocalize this so you guys can understand through the Twitter space, right? So again, damn near $3 trillion is wiped out, right? So that's another big thing. The third big thing, right? The third big reason why the market is crashing right now. Keep in mind when Joe Biden announced that he was dropping out of the race, and once Kamala, like once the idea of Kamala, rising up to be the replacement president, because keep in mind she's the vice president, right? And once Biden dropped out, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. When the whole failed assassination attempt happened on Trump, like Bitcoin started shooting up, right? Bitcoin went from 58,000, it went all the way up to like 69,000. I think it even touched 70,000, right? Like a few days after. That's after Donald Trump almost survived an assassination. A lot of people knew he was going to go to that Bitcoin conference and talk about Bitcoin and everything and talk about the election. That's when Bitcoin shot up. When like the media turns over to Kamala, you can just tell that like the markets just go down. And it's pretty obvious at this point, like when it comes to like Democrats, and I think even Kamala herself, she doesn't care for crypto. Like it's pretty clear, right? It's pretty clear where it's kind of like the Democrats, they don't look at crypto the way we look at crypto, right? It's a lot of regulation that's happening, the SEC and everything, and it's pretty obvious. Even Kamala Harris, like her team said that she had the opportunity to speak at the Bitcoin conference, and what did she do? She didn't go. She didn't even go she didn't even go to speak to speak at the Bitcoin conference, right? That happened in Nashville. She was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'll just hire some rappers to come perform for me instead at my rally." Right? That's what she chose. So that's the third thing. People are just in fear of Kamala Harris being president because it's pretty obvious that she doesn't support crypto, right? And on top of that, we have the fourth reason that I just seen today, which is pretty big. It says Berkshire Hathaway has dumped more shares. Let me start that over because I got to put a bit more, I got to put more energy into this one. This is big. Berkshire Hathaway has dumped more shares this quarter than any other quarter in its entire history. And then it says they know what's coming. And if you look right here, you can see this huge red candle where it says they dumped damn near close to 80, yeah, close to $80 billion. All right. And that's Berkshire Hathaway. And I mean, at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind, like, I don't like the saying, I don't like that saying that people have where it's like follow the big money, follow the whales. Because at the end of the day, big people who have big money, like whales and stuff, like they're human too, and sometimes they make mistakes as well. But there's also some other people who are big whales or just multi-billion-dollar people who are just hella wealthy who do somewhat have like they do have somewhat of like a what would you call it, like a behind the scenes behind the scenes knowledge of what's to happen. And on top of that, they just have overall like teams that kind of guide them to, like financial advisors that tell them like, hey, maybe it's smart to take out some money because this and that. So sometimes it's good to kind of look at where the big money is going, right? And then another reason, actually that was the other one I just did. And then just another news. This isn't anything that I feel like affects the market, but this is something else I found that was interesting. Um, it says former CNN's Don Lemon accuses Elon Musk of fraud in a new $35 million breach of a contract lawsuit. It's going on YouTube Shorts. It says here's a list of some of his demands in the now canceled X partnership with Elon Musk. Um, he wants $5 million in cash on top of an $8 million base salary. Just some other things. I'll talk about this later. This shit doesn't even really matter with the overall market. Going back to the overall market going down, right? And if I can give some advice, because I know people are always kind of wondering, like, damn, the markets are going down. Should I hold? Should I sell? Should I buy more? What should I do? And to be honest, like when it comes down to like these big events that are obviously like negative when it comes to the overall market, I feel like the best advice that I can give is number one, follow your gut instinct, right? I feel like when you follow your gut instinct, and like you make your own decision, if things go, if things just so happen to go wrong, there's no one to blame but yourself, right? Plus, I feel like that's also how you learn from mistakes, right? And don't get me wrong, I feel like if you want to listen to some people, like maybe kind of hear certain people, analyze the markets and kind of take some advice, like go ahead. But at the end of the day, like make sure whatever you decide, the best thing you can do is trust your own gut feeling because again, you are the main investor. You're the person who has the power to press the button, the sell button, the buy button, the whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? And then my number two advice would be, and there's four options when it comes to this, right? There's pretty much four options that I can think of where people usually do in these situations. Some people sell all their holdings and wait on the sideline until things get better, right? Then you have some people who just continue holding their investments because they are more so focused on like the long term game, right? And if you think, I'll also say like if you think the cryptos that you are holding will do better long term, then there shouldn't be any worries, right? Like if you're holding on to a crypto that you feel like is, you plan on holding on for a year anyways, and that project is a pretty solid project, like that project is pretty great when it comes to like the long term plan, then you have no worries, right? Um, but if you're holding something that is like very volatile, and there's like a high chance that it may never even get back up to where it was before, then obviously like you're better off, moving your money from that, right? And a lot of times like those cases are with like meme coins, because you have a lot of meme coins who die in this phase, like this phase that we're going through in the markets right now. And this is just something that just happens in crypto. Like we've been dealing with certain ups and downs, big ups and downs, like literally for the past couple of years, even before that. But like I got in crypto in 2021. That's when I really like started going through the ups and downs, right? Um, but yeah, a lot of meme coins are just super duper volatile because, for one, I mean, when it comes to meme coins are created way more than other like projects that are actually actually have utility and actually are just like a solid project that's you know creating whatever it's creating. Like when it comes to meme coins, like that same developer could, like one developer can make 5 meme coins in one day. Like meme coins are just, they're just that volatile, right? And don't get me wrong, not all meme coins are volatile. There's some meme coins that are solid. There's some meme coins that are based off of the team behind it, based off of the developers behind it. They are working their ass off to push through the storm and have that long term goal, right? um and what else, and then on top of that, then my next advice would be putting like some of your money into like stable coins, so your money doesn't continue going down. And sometimes when people feel like it's a perfect time to kind of jump back in, that's when they kind of have their stable coins, put it back into the crypto they want to put. So again, these are just all different options that people have. You can either sell, you can buy more, you can buy the dip, like people say. You can sell right now and wait on the sideline. You can do whatever you want, right? But make sure it's pretty much overall your choice, right? So with that being said, these are just some big reasons that I've kind of been seeing on online and stuff, and I feel like I have to share these with you guys. Like I know a lot of times people don't want to hear this. Like people don't, especially people who have money in crypto and they're still holding. A lot of times people don't want to hear this type of news and stuff. But I feel like you have to take the good with the bad. Like there's no way you can be in crypto and just ignore all the bad shit that's happening. Like you have, like, in order, in my opinion, I feel like to become a great investor and like really learn about crypto and like be smarter in it and have like just like a thicker skin when it comes to it. You have to accept the bad things that are happening, just like you would accept the good things that are happening in the market. And I feel like once you start doing that, you can even make more money during these moments when the market goes down. There's people who are smart, where like they know they kind of have like a good read at that moment, and they might know that the market go down or a price of something might go down. They might get on the side or line or something, whatever the case is. And then once they feel like it's the perfect time to buy back in, they buy back in, and then bam, now they're up 50%, 200%, whatever you want to say. And that's because they study both sides. They study the green side, and they study the red side of the market, right? So with that being said, and moving on, man, I want to talk about some other some positive light, some positive news. I want to talk about some projects that are also doing pretty great right now, man. I want to talk about Ducky. All right. Now, the reason why I want to talk about Ducky first, and it actually ties into this whole like market looking the way it looks. Let me explain why Ducky is such a freaking smart project, right? And I'm gonna go to Ducky right here. All right, take a look at this. They just announced yesterday that they're doing a $30,000 giveaway, right? And it's going to be a shilling contest, right? And like them knowing that the markets are currently going down right now and the markets are volatile right now, this is such a smart play to me, because in order to win, right? In order to win this shill competition, you have to go out, you have to shill Ducky, you have to go on Twitter and like post Ducky pretty much every day. And if you go down, if you look at all the rules and stuff they have, you pretty much have to become the number one. You pretty much have to be like the best shiller on Twitter to win this giveaway, right? Or just participating. And what this is going to do, this is going to allow the Ducky community, the Ducky project, it's going to allow this project to get so much promotion because there's going to be so many people spamming Ducky post, right? Under an influencers post, just everywhere. There's going to be Ducky videos, Ducky memes, Ducky gifs, like everything. And again, like keep in mind, they're doing this knowing that the market is going down, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to prove why this is working, because it's like, if you look at the chart, if we go over to Deck Screener, right? If we come on over to Deck Screener and right here, look at this. Ducky is like going up. Ducky, while the other market, like while the overall market is going down, Ducky is up 5%, while everything else is down 5 to 10%. Everything else is everything else is down between 3 and 20%, while Ducky is up 5% in the past hour, almost 6% in the past hour. Like, again, I made an entire video talking about why this project is so smart and so bullish, and this right here proves my exact point. They came out and did a shilling contest, offering people up to like one. I think the biggest amount that one person can win is up to $10,000. So I don't know if it's going to be 3 winners, 5 winners, 10 winners, but this is the type of stuff you need. Like when it comes to like a smart developer, this type of stuff right here is what you want to see. Like this is them coming up with a strategy to get through a red volatile market, and it's working. They're at an 8.5 million market cap. I caught this coin at a 3 million market cap, so I'm still up. I'm still up. It hasn't gone down past that 3 million market cap since I've got in. So Ducky is just doing amazing, man. And then on top of that, they're working on getting tier 1 exchange listings. They just launched their new trading bot called Ducky Bot. They just did a meme contest giveaway where they give away a few $1,000s as well. They're hosting Twitter Spaces right now. I believe they're hosting a Twitter Space literally right now. Yeah, literally right now. They have a Twitter Space going on. Yo, they got 2,500 listeners in here, man. That's crazy. So Ducky is doing phenomenal. Great job, man. And then even when it comes over to Brett, I talked about Brett getting that or announcing that 7-figure strategic plan. Where's it at? 7-figure strategic plan. Where is it at? Here we go. Here, where it says a company that goes by the name of Alpha Token Capital announced that they have a 7-figure strategic investment in partnership. And I'm sure as of right now, they're also guiding Brett on what to do to get through this volatile market and to push through the storm and become or continue to be the biggest meme coin on base. Right. And keep in mind, Brett is still a top 10 meme coin, I believe, at this point. Let's see. Brett, let me see. Top meme coins. Let's go over to the coin market cap. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brett is still in the top 7 meme coins right now. So I feel like Brett, just like Ducky, is still doing a great job as far as being a long-term investment. Let's look at the overall market as well. While we're at Bitcoin is below 60,000. And again, like, and if I can give like a prediction, and this is only a prediction, if I can predict how long this is going to be happening, like this up and down, to be honest, after these big things that we went over, right, like the U.S. national debt surpassing $35 trillion, and then like they're even what's the word? They're even comparing it to like the 2020 markets when like COVID and stuff hit, which we all know that was a bad market. And then it took like a year later for the overall crypto market to get better. So we have that. We have, trillions of dollars being liquidated out of the stock market. We have people in a fear of Kamala winning because she doesn't support crypto or she doesn't, support that. And then you have Berkshire Hathaway dumping $80 billion right in I'm not sure that, I think like a few months or something, but they're dumping a boatload, right? It's kind of like with all that being said, um, I don't know. One thing I can say is I don't know. I don't see it getting better anytime soon. But at the same time, like I am a firm crypto believer, and I know that even the people who are getting out now are going to come back to crypto, right? Like the people who are getting out now are the same people who buy the dip or just hop back in later when the market kind of, you know, cools down. So, I mean, of course, do I believe crypto is going to go back up? 100%. Do I know when it'll get back up? No clue. No clue. But all I can say is with these big things happening, and then on top of that, you have just other things happening around the world. It's definitely a very, very volatile market right now. But I do feel like there's going to be a bull run at some point, maybe later this year, maybe next year. Who knows? But we'll see. With that being said, what's going on, YouTube Shorts? What's going on, fam? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so with that being said, appreciate you all tuning in and just kind of checking out this stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you plan on doing. Are you just holding? Are you selling some things off? Are you buying the dip? Let me know what you guys are doing. And keep in mind, Ducky is doing a $30,000 giveaway right now as we speak. It's going to be running for 2 weeks, so do not miss out on this, y'all. All right. Have a good one. Peace.